Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Bytes Whiskey Reviews with a gaming twist. I am Clifton, and welcome to another Thursday night live stream. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done this, which makes no sense because I've done it every Thursday, but I feel like I've missed you guys. So I'm so glad to be back today. We have a very special guest coming on tonight, and I get to drink whiskey from my, I don't know if it's my favorite distillery, second favorite distillery ever. So it's going to be a good night. Also, I leave for vacation tomorrow. So I'm in a very good mood so far. So hopefully we have fun tonight. I saw a couple of you pre-gaming in the chat. Good to see everyone here. Sorry, running a little bit late. I have a story about a bottle that I had to get for tonight. I'll wait till I'll tell you about that in a second. That's Perry. I'm sorry I missed your stream. I had a struggle. I will explain. Well, before we get into anything, I was going to bring on our amazing, incredible guest. Thank you so much for her to actually provide the samples for tonight, as well as just come on my channel because I've been wanting to have her on for the longest time. Please welcome Michelle Davalar of Women of Whiskeys.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh, so good. Thank you, Clifton, for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. I've been wanting. I mean, ever since you guys started the channel, I was like, I gotta have them on soon. So I'm so glad you. And I won these samples on your stream, and I was like, you know what? I want you on my channel because you weren't drinking these that night for that stream.
I was
like,
not.
Hey,
yeah.
let's do something. So these
It's
samples
awesome.
brought to you by Women of Whiskeys. And I also didn't even think about the fact that it's Women's History Month this month. I was like, this just worked out so perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, what a great time to do it.
Absolutely. So I just want to give a couple shout outs to people in the chat. I saw y'all were chatty earlier. Brandon is in the house. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you. Wesley is here as well. Wesley is a patron of the show, as is Whiskey Mountains. Adriana, good to see you. Sugar Kitty is also an incredible patron, and Donnie, our mod, here for the night. I'm sure others will show up as we go along. I see Zopher in the house. What's up, Zopher? Good to see you. Scott Moody is here. Emily Chambers, there. I told you the other mods would show up. Hello, Emily. Nick Proman, good to see you. Perry, I said, I'll tell you the story in a second. Perry, I wanted to catch your stream today, I promise. Adam Free, good to see you, Adam. Hope you're doing well. Cohen is here. Where is Cliffy? And the Bourbon Bros. Well, Cliffy's not here yet, but he's going to start celebrating soon. Who else? Stacy is in the house. Eric Isaacson is in the house. Good to see you. Eric, I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome. Good to see you. I think that's everyone so far. So, story time. So apparently today is National Bottle and Bond Day. Did you know this, Michelle?
I did.
Okay. I was the only one that missed the clue.
I did nothing with it, though, so I knew that.
It's Bourbon Night uploaded a video earlier, and then Perry went live at his normal time at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Y'all go subscribe to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. And I saw that he was doing Bottle and Bond whiskeys. I'm like, oh my God, I did not realize it's a Bottle and Bond Day. So I'm like, I'm drinking Jim Beam. So I was like, I got to go out and get either a Old Granddad Bottle and Bond or a Jim Beam Bottle and Bond. So I assume one of those would be at pretty much any liquor store ever, right, Michelle? Like they're so common.
I mean, yeah.
So I went to this one that I knew had a great bourbon selection. I buy bottles from there all the time. And I went in there on the way to pick up dinner. Neither. He didn't even know what Bottle and Bond was, which I feel bad because like I wanted to explain, like get nerdy with him, but I was like, I'm in a hurry. Like so I bought a gin. I bought a new Hendrix gin, which I'm excited to try. Because he's an awesome store owner. So I was like, there's a CVS right here. Surely CVS will have it, which in California, CVS liquor stores carry liquor, basically. Nope. No luck at CVS.
Wow.
So I was about to just give up and just say, you know what, screw it. I'm going to just not drink a Bottle and Bond on Bottle and Bond Day. But on the way back from my KFC dinner pickup purchase that I was bringing home to eat, I was like, let me just check one other store. And luckily, I found it. So that's what I'm pre-gaming with today. Do you have anything in your glass, Michelle?
I do not. I need to, though. So I literally came in sideways from work, so I have not poured anything yet.
Well, do you have any Bottle and Bonds around you? I see.
No, none.
E.H. Taylor. I was going to say
no, we have none.
You have a lot.
All right, pick one.
Do you happen to have any Jim Beam Bottle and Bond? Probably not. No one seems to have Jim Beam Bottle and Bond. Well, I see some E.H. Taylors. What about that?
Yeah.
Just like even the small batch, because they're all Bottle and Bond. So.
Yeah. Which one did you say?
Whichever your pick.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna do it.
All right. So happy National Bottle and Bond Day, guys. Yeah. I'm glad to celebrate.
I love the fact that they both fall during a great month where we're celebrating women. So
Oh yeah. Absolutely. There's so much to celebrate.
But that's it. There's like a month for everyone, right? Like,
hey, I'm not complaining. I get my month
no,
in. This is
not
June,
at
or I guess
all.
Pride Month is June or July. I already forgot what Pride Month is. Adriana said I had to get him some Colonel Sanders. You knew it. You know me and my Colonel Sanders. It's also like 2 minutes from my house, so that's also why the reason I went to KFC. I was very behind today, so.
So,
But
Clifton, are you familiar with Taco Time? Do they have that there?
I have Taco Tuesday. You
No.
mean like a place? I've not heard
Yeah,
of it.
it's
No.
a place called Taco
Okay.
Time.
No.
So I think it's just like Northwest,
Mhm.
but I crave it all the
Mhm.
time, every day of every moment of my life. It's
Is it
amazing.
like a Taco Bell kind of thing, or is it more like actual traditional like street
It's like
tacos?
it's between the two. It's very
Okay,
Americanized. It's like Taco Bell, but not
but like
gross.
good.
Yeah,
Like not to crap on
like
not
Taco
to crap
Bell.
on Taco Bell as if like Taco Bell will obviously make you crap, but I do like a Crunchwrap Supreme. That's my only thing I get at Taco Bell.
Okay.
When I'm in the mood for something quick, Crunchwrap Supreme is where it's at.
Okay, fair. Like
But
if I'm like really hungover, like if I maybe mixed a cocktail with a whiskey and then maybe a wine or something, I wake up, I'm like Taco Bell.
oh yeah. That's definitely the ultimate drunk food. Well, that's like since I moved to Southern California, I got spoiled on tacos. So like there's so many good taco
Yeah.
spots here. There's like a place right by my work that has like street taco style and it's so good. That's also why I'm very excited for my vacation because I'm going to Mexico I got to be at the airport at like 5:30 in the morning, so gotta
Okay,
gotta
that's
pace
right.
myself in there.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so apparently Adriana knows what taco time is. So yeah, that's why we're friends.
it's like Taco
Just
Bell
saying.
upgraded. Well, I'll have to if I'm in the area, I'll have to try it. DC's in the house. Good to see you. And Bourbon Baller. Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in. So, Bookers. Are you a
Yeah,
Bookers fan, Michelle? I assume so since you have these bottles.
I'm kind of a Booker's fan. I really am.
So, what
I mean,
well,
I know it's more of a mellow kind of thing, but I haven't had one I don't like.
I agree. I think so. I started getting into Bookers. Probably the first ones I would have bought would have been probably just the 2018 ones. I haven't been drinking it that long. When
Yeah.
did you really get into Bookers?
So it was actually just a few years ago. I had some country ham, and that was
Mhm.
it. Sealed the deal. Nothing has ever beat it for me. Country ham all the way.
That was it 2020 release? I feel like maybe it's
Was it?
2019. I get them
I
confused.
was it nine? I think it was 19.
It may have
I
been
want to
19.
say 19. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so I was asking in the chat like what everyone's favorite batches. That's also a lot of good ones. I still think for me the one that I remember the most as being one of my favorites was probably Kathleen's batch. I think that was a 2018 one. It was like one of the I think it was the last one of 2018, and that was so good.
Now,
Um,
in fairness, I have not had that batch. So
okay. And
yeah.
there's another one off your rocker that I really enjoyed. That was an older one. That was actually I didn't have a bottle of that. Someone gave me no. I got a pour of that at a bar, and that was really good.
Okay.
That was like so worth it. It was so good. But Booker's, I feel like so. I thought it would be fun to do this tonight because I'll be honest, I haven't bought any of the 2021 batches. I think I bought the first one. I bought it and split it with a friend.
Okay.
Booker's have gotten pricey. Like, how about your area? For me,
Um,
it's I can't find it for less than 100 now.
so my area, if you can find it, it's MSRP.
Okay, which is
I'm in
what
an
now? Like
ABC state, they
80
can't
something?
mark it up.
Mhm.
And so, funny thing, Idaho got weird about dropping stuff because people were coming here to flip it.
Oh, gotcha.
And so they made all these rules. I walked in on like, I don't know, a Thursday afternoon and I was looking for a redwood. And she's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. Nah. And she was like bitchy. And I looked
Okay.
over and there's a Booker's sitting on the shelf. Like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So I think it just over here, it's like if you can find it, you can get it at MSRP.
But I even feel like MSRP has climbed up because I know, like, I mean, if we always say like, oh, I used to get this because it was $60 here for the
Yeah,
longest
I
time.
think it went up like $20 over the years, like
Mhm.
10 and then 10 more.
So I think it's supposed to be 80-ish now, which
Yeah, it's like
I'm kind of okay with, kind of.
I
And then
I actually pay it willingly. I like it for I would not pay more than that.
mhm.
It's good. If you've never had it, I would pay it.
Oh, absolutely. And I actually, it's funny you mentioned that because back on my podcast around Christmas time, I was thinking of like the best gift giving bourbons. And I always put Booker's on the list, even if you overpay for it. Booker's is such a beautiful, I mean, the box, the bottles, like it's just an absolutely great gift bourbon. So I it has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first special bottles I got. And I am I'm a Knob Creek fanatic, as Adriana and everyone else knows. So I got really into Knob Creek store picks for a while when they were 13 years old, 14 years old. Loved them.
Yeah.
They're now like 9 to 10, which is still really good for the $50 to $60.
Yeah.
I feel like for me with Jim Beam now, with Booker's going up so hard and being hard to find, I've kind of stuck to just Knob Creek picks. So I'm really excited for today to try all of the 2021 batches and see what I've been missing out on.
I'm excited for it too. So I'm kind of looking at your chat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to like look down and ignore, but
go for it.
I'm looking like, and I missed a lot, but Brandon in Delaware says Tagalong is hers, I don't know, favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Tagalong is the first one that has rivaled Country Ham for me. So I love Country Ham. Tagalong is like right behind it. That's a good batch.
I'm excited. I have not tried any. Like I said, I think I had the first one.
Yeah, we're gonna try that tonight. And then there was one more. Cool, Cohen says the new Booker's batch is called Ronnie's batch. Okay,
they name after people. So Cohen thinks that whenever they name them after people, they suck. I haven't had that experience because I really love Kathleen's batch. So. Maybe recent ones. I don't know. Who's Ronnie? I think of that.
Who is Ronnie?
I was like, what is that, an SNL skit or something that was like Rihanna? No, it's not SNL. It's like Lonely Island. It's like, hey Ronnie, what is that song? Someone has to know. Someone in the chat knows what I'm talking about. It's that song where she like tries to kill him or I don't know. It's a funny sketch.
So have you had Granny's?
I also miss Granny's. I've heard it called other things, but Granny's batch. Yeah, I've not had that one.
I mean, I still think Country Ham was better. I mean, that's just my opinion. So
Beaten Biscuits and Country Ham came out back to back, and I loved them both. I do really enjoy. I like both of those too. It's been a while.
So Cohen thinks that Bardstown batch, he or she heard that Bardstown was the best. I've heard that too. I still prefer Country Ham. If you're talking about the best that we had this year, I'd say Tagalong with Bardstown right up the back end. So we're going to try it tonight. We'll see what Clifton thinks. So.
I'm excited to see Perry Shy Ronnie. That's it. Because I remember he whispered, sang whisper, and she's like, "Speak up, Ronnie." Yeah, if y'all missed that, go look up Shy Ronnie on YouTube after the stream. It's hilarious. Biking Bourbon's in the house. Good to see you. And Steve Burkow. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're doing well, man. Cool. So I poured a little bit too much of my pregame pour, so I'm about to do my first chug in the night. But then let's get into the Donohoes after that. I don't want to blow my palate, so I don't want to like really chug it. But
don't completely blow it. At the end is when you do it.
Well, before we get into that, Michelle, I guess I introduced you, but I didn't really introduce you. Tell us a little bit about your channel and Women of Whiskeys.
It's Women of Whiskeys, but it is an all-inclusive channel. It's all about all of us enjoying whiskey. Every fourth Wednesday, once a month, we're going to do a little true crime. We're going to dig into a case, make a cocktail. But other than that, we're just all-inclusive. Come have whiskey. Come hang out. We're going to do a flight or this or that. There's take us as we are kind of thing.
You guys, I as soon as you introduced the Criminals and Cocktails series, I was hooked. I was like, you guys are doing something so unique to Whiskey Tube, and you were bringing a fresh perspective just with your channel and everything. So I've loved everything. I haven't been able to make every stream, but every stream that I have made, I've absolutely loved. You guys are doing an awesome job. If you guys aren't subscribed to Women of Whiskeys, I put the link down in the description below. Mods in the chat, drop Michelle's link so people can go check out and subscribe. Go live on Wednesdays. It's 8 p.m. Pacific. And then 11.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just fun. We have no judgment. We're just going to drink whiskey and bullshit and have fun.
That's how you do it.
On your channel?
Oh yeah, there's no, trust me, when Cliffy comes out, the words are flying all over the place. So
Okay.
so okay, I was hoping to finish this before. Okay, finish it. Oof. Okay, that was just 100 proof. We're only going up from here in proof. So this first one, do you have the bottle for the Donohoe so we can take a
I
look at it?
do. Uh,
So it's a
yes.
bright blue label. I like the blue label on it.
I know. So my light is a little bright because we're still building, but hopefully you can still see that. Can you wait? I gotta
It's a
have it.
little out of focus. Yeah, it's like focusing on your face.
I know. It's awful. Can you see
Oh,
it?
there we go.
It's
There we go.
bright,
Yeah.
I think.
Awesome. That worked really well. So
It's
this
awful. I told him beforehand, I'm like, my light is in a bad place. So
no, that looked really good. So,
oh, good.
This one is 125.3 proof. It is 6 years, 11 months. So on the older end of 6 years. I'm glad to see that because I feel like they've been trending a little young lately. So it's good to see that. Now this one is called. I just have like a little cheat sheet over here.
Yeah, do it.
It's named in honor of retired Jim Beam employee Mike Donohoe, who was also a close friend to Booker No. Without Mike, Booker's bourbon wouldn't exist today. So it's kind of a tribute to him, which is really cool. I did not know that story. It says, let me just, I guess it's an interesting story. I want to read it now. So it says in 1982, Mike joined Jim Beam as a sales manager in Chicago after retiring from a 7-year career in the NFL. Mike first met Dad on a company trip to Kentucky. After taking a liking to Mike, Dad invited him to his office for a glass of bourbon. It was unlike any Jim Beam bourbon he had ever tasted before. Booker let Mike in on his secret. He'd been playing with something different, and he'd share a little bit of his with his friends from time to time. A few years later, Mike approached Booker with the idea to give bottles of his special stash as holiday gifts to their most important distributors and industry partners. With little time and almost no budget, Booker sourced wine bottles from the warehouse in Bardstown and wrote the labels himself to get the job done. So it was Mike's idea to do like special edition bottles that the Booker hand delivered to his friends. How cool is that?
It's a great story, right?
I had no idea. So there should be a special batch. Hopefully, we'll see.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Have
get
a
my
little water first, and then
I'm getting my poured. I'm using my wonderful Women of Whiskey's challenge coin as my glass topper. Which, by the way, if they want to get their hands on this, how do they get it, Michelle? It says kernels and cocktails on the back.
So they just go to www.womenofwhiskies.com. So it's easy.
Gotcha. So I got that on that. I'm gonna go ahead and pour all 4 of them just so they open up evenly because we're gonna be comparing them. I'm gonna pick my favorite batch, and I want to hear your favorite batch by the end of the night. So
Clifton, I have to say this.
Okay.
I know we traded coins, but I feel like I got the better end of that deal. Your coin is freaking fantastic.
I mean, I hear that a lot.
I have a Clifton coin. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's all gold and heavy, and it's
I get that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the Bourbon Bytes Challenge coin. It is metal. It's based on an old arcade token. The back says no match value. If you guys are interested in this, just send me a DM on Instagram. I'll give you the info. I usually just do payments through Venmo to get that out to you, but it's hefty too. It's like a clunker.
Like that doesn't even do it justice. I get a lot of bronze coins and brass coins. That thing is like the best thing I've ever. That's amazing.
As Adriana says, best coin in the biz. Well, thank God. I knew I wanted to do something special with it when I made it. I was like, I had this like cool idea to do an arcade thing, and I'm glad it was fun designing it kind of myself too, which was a really fun process. But yeah, I still have plenty of them left. So if anyone's interested, just hit me up.
Oh God, check them out. Swear to God, they're great. I feel like I owe you something in addition to the coin I gave you because
you sent me this, Michelle. You're fine, and you're gracing me with your presence right now, which is incredible.
Good Lord. We have no idea. This could go totally sideways.
No, I'm happy to have you here. Again, I'm already in my chill mode. I'm in vacation mode. So
all right, let's do this. Are you ready?
Okay, so the first one, the 2020-01 is in the glass. You want to give it? Let's give it a nose.
No strangers? Is that what? No, we're doing
Donohoe's.
Donohoe's. All right.
Before I take this sip, Independent Joe is helping me out with the amazing links. So if you want to get some Bourbon Bytes merch, like some t-shirts, you can go to bourbonbytes.threadless.com. I have a new design coming out next week. Winky face. Keep an eye on that store. It's a fun one. Also, Independent Joe is dropping the drink to the Patreon, my Patreon. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my newest patrons, Troy and Lisa Toole. Thank y'all so much for becoming a patron for the entire year. Y'all must really trust me and like me. But if you guys are interested in becoming a patron, you get access to things like our after party hangout that happens after every Thursday night live stream at the $10 level. And then if you want to join it for $5, you get access to our monthly hangout where we do some gaming, some Jackbox games. But if you want to support the channel for as little as $2 a month, you get some cool early access like tomorrow's video. So if you're a patron, hopefully you watched that earlier, my new review that's coming out tomorrow. You get early access to like that and polls to help influence the channel. So definitely check out Patreon if you're interested in supporting the show that way. All right, I'll stop talking. Let's start drinking. Well, I guess I'll go to nose first.
I just have to say, Independent Joe is like dropping that shit. He's awesome.
Joe is amazing.
Best supporter. Swear to God.
I'm loving the nose on this one.
So, Clifton, I have to say, because I'm watching your chat and I'm missing it all, but I did catch Cohen says, why isn't Michelle's lover joining in on this Booker's tasting? Cohen, my beautiful husband, we've been together 16 years, and he's like, I don't need to see you on camera. He goes out, has a cigar, enjoys his night. I do my thing, and every now and then he pops in, but
hey, you at least got that. My husband doesn't even pop on camera at all. That's part of the reason there's a green screen.
Like, we own a company, so we work together, we live together. He's like, no. It works. Yeah. It works for us.
Yeah, very cool. Well, yeah, my husband's very camera shy, so he'll meet you in person, like at a meetup. I mean, you met my husband, Michelle.
Yeah. He's great. Absolutely great.
Especially after a few drinks. He's very shy at first.
You guys after a few drinks, he opens up.
So for those of you that are going to Vegas in September, he will be there. So you're going, Michelle, right? You guys?
I am.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Okay, we'll get into that in an after chat. Yeah. So I want to know where you're staying and what you're doing.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, for sure. So the Bourbon Bar, welcome. First time seeing you here. Literally love Bookers. Also, I was low key rooting for you on on Matt Madness. Oh yes, so Matt Madness. If y'all, I don't want to spoil it. If y'all missed round one, I mean, I'll spoil it. I'm competing again next Friday, right after. I know. Is it Dana, the average drinker, is going on competing against, I think, Bourbon Junkies? I don't remember who else competing.
Yeah, Dan. She's going against Dan.
Yeah, so they're competing. And then in the second hour, he's going to bring me, Perry, and Brian back on for the real competition. Because I'll just say that. It was a very fun one, though. I wasn't expecting that outcome.
Okay, real quick. Cohen, shame on you.
Oh my gosh. He also asked me, what did I get in the KL lottery? I got Russell's 13. I'm so excited to have the bottle. I had a sample of it, but I'm so glad to have a full bottle of it.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Steven's in the house. Reg's in the house. Okay. So many amazing people. Okay. Drink Bookers. If I don't, I'll never get done. Okay. Let's go ahead and try it.
Okay.
Cheers, Michelle.
Sorry. I know you haven't had it, so I'll hear yours first.
Very on profile. This isn't like out of left field. It's dry. To me, it's almost like not as sweet as I recall a lot of Bookers being.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on it? First impressions. Well, it's not your first impressions. What are your impressions on it?
No, actually, this has been a while since I've tasted this. It is very rubbing alcohol. Like, it dries everything out when you take a drink of it. Like, it sucks it all out of your tongue.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot dry, like I would say tannic a little bit. The oak, which we did say it's 6 years, 11 months. I mean, maybe they've found that sweet spot. They've been at the 6 year for like a few years now. They kind of stick around the 6 year age statement, which is kind of funny because Knob Creek is 9 years or older. So it's interesting that this is like a 6 year at minimum.
I do get I hate this because I love someone to death that uses this word, but I have to say effervescent. It goes right up to the top of my nose and hits me with a little bit of pepper.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm struggling to find much of a finish on it. I usually love Bookers because I usually have a really long finish.
There's no finish on this.
Yeah, it's the alcohol burn that's up front, like you were mentioning, and then it's just kind of gone.
It just stops.
I
wish it didn't.
What was that?
I wish it didn't, because you feel this great, like it's gonna, and then it's gone.
Yeah, I'm curious to come. I always come back to the first one I try because I'm always feel like to compare it, I need to go back to it. So I'll come back to that one, but it's on first
Yeah.
impression, it's not really doing too much for me.
It's
Um,
more of a punch, like a punch of flavor, not a punch of alcohol, but a punch of flavor and then done.
yeah, that's kind of disappointing. Okay, well, not off
Yeah.
to a good start here. Steve's asking what everyone is drinking today for Bottle and Bond Day. Yeah, what is y'all's favorite Bottle and Bonds that you have been drinking? So in terms of favorite for me, I'm a sucker for, I don't know, I don't know, Michelle, do you have a favorite Bottle and Bond whiskey?
I have like 5. I don't
Okay.
know, because it depends on my mood. Like
Mhm,
sometimes I just want to go mellow. Sometimes I want a little punch,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah,
What
I
about
think I
you?
usually go. I would say favorite for the longest time it was Henry McKenna 10-year, but then that's gotten hard to find and more expensive. I think the new Heaven Hill, I think it's 7-year bottle and bond for
Okay.
$40. I think that one's so good. I'm just a Heaven Hill fanatic. Heaven Hill's my favorite distillery, by the way, Michelle.
Yeah.
Jim Beam is a close second, but like most Heaven Hill whiskeys, I'm just a fan of. So I'm a sucker for that. And they also make some very good budget bottle and bonds, like the JW Dant, TW Samuels, all of those.
Oh, I haven't had those.
So I think they're not Kentucky only, but they are very limited. I always buy a handle of each of them when I'm in Kentucky because I
Okay.
can't find anywhere else. I found the Dant in Texas when we were there for the Austin meetup. They had the JW Dant. It's like $20 for a handle of it, but it's bottle and
Oh.
bond, so it's at least 4 years old, 100 proof, and it's Heaven Hill. So I'm a happy camper with that.
So I do love a McKenna.
Mhm.
It's weird though. Like I started out with Michter's, McKenna, and now they're like so sweet to me.
Mm. See, I
Um,
like the sweet. I'm such a sucker for the sweetness.
I do,
Mhm,
but I have to start with something not sweet and then move into it, which you would think you would move higher, which
mhm.
sometimes I do, but
Well,
shit,
no, I think no, I would think you would move into the sweetness because you would
yeah.
want to finish with that. You wouldn't want to start with sweet and then make it like, savory. At least I wouldn't.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, so we're moving to the next one?
What is it?
Okay, let's do it. The Tagalong batch, which you said was your favorite so far.
No, my
Um,
favorite's country ham, but
oh,
that's not
sorry,
this
your
year.
favorite 2021
Tagalong
so far.
this year, yes. My
So
fave.
so some info on this one. If you want to show the bottle, I'll start reading some info about
Oh,
it.
yes.
So
I'm
this
gonna
is 63.95%, so 127.9 proof, so a little bit higher than the other one. 6 years, 5 months, so it's about 6 months younger. Math, I can't math in my head.
yeah.
And this one is named after it celebrates Booker No and how he learned the ropes at the distillery by tagging along with his grandfather and his great grandfather, Jim Beam. So that's what it's named after. And there's the picture you can see it shows. I think it's showing. It's hard to see on that picture. It kind of looks like it's showing like Fred No and Booker No. I can't tell who the
Yeah.
two guys are.
So, gosh, I wish my light was better. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't.
No, if it doesn't focus on your face, it actually does a good job. Hold on, wait, okay, turn the
Wait.
bottle a little bit. It's
What?
focused now, but turn
Oh,
the bottle.
oh,
Oh,
gosh
it's good.
dang it.
You know what?
There we
Hold on,
go.
hold on.
Cover the
I'll
face.
I'll highlight you. How do I highlight you? I forgot how to do
Yeah,
that.
do that.
There we go.
All right. So we're
Okay.
going to move. Gosh,
Hold
it's all backwards. Okay.
on. So if you cover your face, it
Mhm.
focuses. So there we go. Okay.
Better.
Hold it up a little bit. Okay, so there's two guys in the front. You guys can see it. There's two guys in the front. One has a cane, and the other one looks to be wearing glasses and like a sweater vest or like a vest jacket, like a puffer jacket. Who do y'all think that is? Let us know.
Good Lord, that was hard.
Hey, I appreciate it though. I normally I would have a photo of it.
No,
Again, I was
honestly,
rushing.
that's better than when I did my stream. I moved my light, so we're
Mhm.
trying to like get it so there's no glare.
But once it focuses, it looks really good. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna wait for it. Big
Thank
Big's
you.
in the house. Good to see you,
Thank you.
Big Big. And Jen, I missed Jen A when you came in. Jen, good to see you. Another counterpart to Women of Whiskeys. She is
Yes,
involved when they do
better
criminals and
half.
cocktails. She puts on some great research for that.
I'm gonna tell you, Jen is my best half. I'm not gonna lie.
So, anyways, tag along batch.
Yes. Are you
All
ready?
right.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna give
pour
it a
this.
nose first. I'm gonna smell it.
Do it.
Okay. It smells sweeter, which I already told you I like sweet. I think it smells a lot sweeter. I mean, just comparatively, the Donohoes. Donohoe's is more the dark, like darker oak, richer nuttiness. This one is more of like sweet peanut butter. I'm liking the nose on this. I can tell why you liked it. All right, let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. It's good, right?
That is what I remember loving about Booker's. I know I said the first one was like reminiscent of like what Booker should be. This takes it up a notch, in my
This
opinion.
is one that's like, oh yeah, right?
I really enjoy this one. This one, I think we were talking a little bit earlier about price. Now, I wouldn't pay over 80 for it, I don't think, but I think it justifies the price increase up to 80. I think
If I wasn't in ABC state, I would pay 100. I would.
You know what? But okay, I will say this: if I knew what it tasted like and I had tasted it first, then I could see myself paying 100.
Right.
I wouldn't
if I never
blind buy
had
it.
it,
Right, because it'd be hard to
like,
pick.
It changes.
Yeah, so find a friend that has all of them, like Michelle, and then try it. So Donnie says, "What is this one?" So this one is the Tagalong batch. Was you said I just slow shimmy? I probably did when I tried that one. That was really, really good. Ooh, that is. It's still sweet. I don't think it's sweeter on the nose on the palate.
Yeah, agreed. The palate it's sweet. I'm not gonna lie, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. And it's sweet in the sense of not artificial. It's more like not fruit salad, like strawberry shortcake, but the kind that you put the sugar in and you mix it around and you pour it on. My notes are horrible.
I was like, I don't bake, but that sounds good. I love strawberry shortcake.
You put the artificial sweetener in there and you put the strawberries, you mix it around, you put it over the shortbread. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about because my notes are really weird, but that's what I get.
There's no wrong tasting notes. So that's what you get on. That's what you get on it. So
mine are always food related.
Oh, that's a good thing. So I think to me, this expresses itself. I guess the easiest way to say it is it's more balanced. Like it's sweet, it's nutty, it's oaky. This one, the mouth feels completely different and it lingers. It has a finish. It doesn't just bite you with the alcohol burn at the beginning, and then but this it continues
goes
throughout.
Back. You can feel the fruit coming back on the end. That fruit is going to just linger all the way through that finish.
Yeah, like you said, the sweetness is like a fruit sweetness. It's not like a honey or anything like that. It's not artificial sweetness, I guess, is sort of what I'm thinking. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's going to be hard to beat.
I mean, we should have done that last because that's
we're going in order they came out. So that was the second release of 2021.
Yeah, second. Okay, are you ready?
Hold on. Will Henderson is in the house. What's up, Will? Swan says he's listening to us on his car stereo. Oh man, I guess I don't know what to say to that. I was like, that's probably the best way to enjoy. So you don't see how ridiculous I look.
Real quick, I have to say, as a small channel, I have to say, please hit the like button. It's a free way to help Clifton. Please hit the like button.
And subscribe to both of us.
You go out, you just X out, hit the like. We'll wait for you. It's okay.
We'll be here. We'll be here till 8, so like 20 more minutes, and we'll be good. So Fred says, is the guy in the puffy vest Fred? No. The current master distiller, not Fred Booker, no. So that's what I'm thinking, Fred. I think the guy in the vest with the glasses is Fred, no, and the guy with the cane and the hat is Booker, no. Just a guess. I don't know for sure, but let's go guess.
I have no clue.
So okay, interesting. So we might be getting into the better ones here. Brandon says most people agree that 03 and 04 are the clear favorites.
Oh,
it'll be my first time trying it, so we'll find out.
Okay.
Thank you to Joe and Sugar Kitty and everyone telling everyone to hit the thumbs up. Yes, it does. It really does help us out. I mean, you know this just as well as I do. Like all the interaction we get on YouTube, the better. So, yeah. It says 34 watching, which by the way, awesome. I know there's a lot of new faces here that came over from Matt Madness. Thank y'all for checking out my channel. I've been gaining a good amount of subscribers lately, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed recently to the channel. We're getting close. I'm trying to aim for 4,000 by the end of the year. We're like about 500 away, so we'll see.
Can I tell you, Clifton, I have always followed and loved you, but what really drew me in is your freaking TikTok. Like,
I want
it's just Cliffy all the way having fun. Like, it's cool.
I'm definitely in Cliffy mode when I'm recording most of my TikToks.
Yeah.
I wish there was a time where I was like trying to think on it every day and put something out every day. That was exhausting. Like people that are
Oh,
TikTok
yeah.
influencers, like they are. You think they're like just messing around? They're hard workers to put out
They're
clever
like, I'm
ideas
in
over and
it.
over.
We're hardcore. Yeah, no.
So I mean, you're doing great on TikTok as well. So if you guys aren't on TikTok, make sure to follow both of us. We're both on there.
I try to do like one every like 3 weeks. My big thing is I love my people that follow me on YouTube. They are my peeps.
Yeah,
TikTok is like fun, but holy crap.
it's like the Wild West.
Oh, it's like they want you to pump that shit out.
Oh
But
yeah, they
Cliff,
do.
you do good. You do good.
Y'all need to watch the one that I had my mom do a shot of Fireball at the casino. That was
Oh
was
my
a fun
God.
one.
Yes. Oh,
We were in the
wow.
parking lot. We were in the car, but like we were outside of a casino. Everyone was like, "Why are you drinking it while you're in like the car?" I'm like, "We're literally parked at a casino." Like,
Oh my God. If you guys have not seen this, go to TikTok, look for Clifton, watch this clip of his mom. It's great. It's like 30 seconds of your life, but check it out. It's so awesome.
we had just visited a winery right before that, so we were both a little. The winery was literally like right around the corner from the casino, so we weren't driving. Don't worry, but we were a little tipsy before that. But it was so much fun. My mom's great. I love her so much.
Yeah.
So all right, so let's move on
Okay.
to the other two. So we have two left,
Ready?
and I'm going to taste back through them once I'm at the done to do my ranking. But let's
Okay.
move to first let's talk about it. So this next one is Bardstown batch. I was confused. I was like, Booker's
Yeah.
what?
Let's do it.
Bardstown batch. So that is the red label one. Now we are jumping back down in proof. We're going down to 125.5 proof. Age statement is exactly the same as the last one. So it's a lower proof, similar proof to the first one, but about 7 months younger or 6 months younger. I can't do math backwards. So this was called Bardstown Batch, which it says it honors the home place of not only Fred No's dad, Booker No, but several generations of Beam family members, including himself and his son, Freddie No. And his dad, apparently Booker No lived in Bardstown for more than 50 years and was well known in the community for his infectious personality. So this is a tribute. He says, today I live in the same house in Bardstown that my great-grandfather Jim Beam lived in, and Freddie is right next door with his own family. It says, though it may be called the bourbon capital of the world, to us this special place is simply home. Bardstown batch represents all of the happy times we've shared here, and I hope you are able to enjoy this batch alongside close family and friends. Well, I could think of no one better to enjoy this batch with than you, Michelle, and all these amazing viewers. So cheers to you guys. Let's try the Bardstown batch.
So on that, Clifton, as I pour this, we all have learned to like listen to each other and learn and experience. But quite honestly, that statement you just read, that is whiskey community.
It's all about the community. I mean, like we come on here, we educate you guys, we bullshit a lot, but really we do it because we love the community. I mean, that's why I do it. And I'm sure that's why it's the same for you, Michelle. Like this community, I mean, they encouraged me to like start this channel, and ever since starting, I mean, I started my channel probably like 3 years ago now, but I've seen so many new channels come along. I mean, your channel we talked about, and then Whiskey Mountains. I remember she messaged me one time. She's like, I'm thinking about starting a channel, and I was like 100% supporting Whiskey Mountains. By the way, y'all go subscribe to Adriana. She's incredible.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So it's just I've seen all the new faces, the diversity, the different opinions and viewpoints that come into Whiskey Tube. I think it's incredible. And not just the people that are creating content, those of you that are in the chat that come back week to week. I mean, we love seeing we don't see your faces, we see your little profile picture. So we sort of see your faces. But just seeing you guys come back week to week, it's I hope you guys know that we consider you guys friends, because I love talking, especially people that are on my Discord. I don't mean to plug my own. This felt like a weird segue, but it wasn't. It wasn't planned to be a segue. Yeah. But if you guys are not yet on the Bourbon Bytes Whiskey and Gaming Lounge Discord server, that's where my community hangs out. I mean, there's people from other channels there too, but it's specifically built around this community. So if you guys enjoy your time here in the chat every week and you want to talk to these people year round, all day long, middle of the night if you want to, you can go to bourbonbytes.com and scroll to the bottom. There's a Discord link. If you're not yet on Discord, don't worry. It's basically like a message board, group chat kind of thing. I turned off notifications, so you're not going to be overwhelmed by notifications when you first join. I made sure to do that. But yeah, it's an awesome community. I hope to see some of you guys over on that after the show.
What I will say is this. Oh, Cliff, I can't hear you.
Oh, what happened?
There you are. Okay.
Oh. I was like, oh.
So what I will say is this. I'll be honest. I didn't know about Bourbon Bytes. I was shitty. But I went to Texas and I met Clifton, and him and his husband like made such an impact on me. Like the greatest people ever, that like I'm their biggest fan. I'm like, have you seen the channel? Well, I watched it first to make sure it wasn't shit, but
I mean, it is pretty shitty sometimes. Well, not gonna lie.
I mean, I don't want to pump something that's shit, but no, good content, good fun, and yet really true to character. Like what you see is really who he is. And that is so amazing in the YouTube world.
Mm-hmm.
Or Instagram or whatever, TikTok. God, it was awesome that I got that opportunity. It was
and
good.
I had not met you before. I had not talked to you before. I'd seen you around. I mean, you and William have been in the chats for like just ever. So it was so great to finally meet you in person and put a name to the face. And I just immediately had to have you on my channel because like you're such a cool person.
Cool.
And I'm very also like, I mean, you probably know when we first met, I'm very shy in person. I'm very quiet until I meet someone and get to know them or have a few pours. Then I'm like, woo, Cliffy's here. So, but it was great to be able to open up with you and get to know you.
I mean, it was like you were like very shy. And then, I think we as a community trust each other. Mm-hmm. And you and I have got the chance to know each other virtually, in person, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Adriana was joining us with this pour of so I know you just poured it. So let's another group cheers to the amazing community.
Are we drinking this? Do it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay,
what are your thoughts on it? I want your thoughts first.
Nope, yours first.
I will say I like this better than the first one.
I think okay.
It does have it does feel a little bit hot. It has a bit of the burn up front, similar to the first one.
Yep.
I think it has a more. It doesn't have a long finish either. Tagalong is just so good. I don't know. To me, it kind of falls in between the two, but leaning on the Donohoe's batch end.
It's it's a kick you in the face ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to say it because you want to be nice because you love bookers, but this one just smacks you. It's a smack you in the face ethanol.
Yeah, and then just and then runs away. Like it flees in the finish.
I'm an honest person. I'm like,
yeah.
I love.
I assume you didn't. I assume you didn't get sent these bottles. Like you guys bought these bottles, so we're allowed to talk shit if we want to.
And I mean, I'm gonna pop the real stuff. We're gonna drink it, and this one just went. I love you. Fuck off.
So Mr. Whiskey Shits is in the house. He said Booker's worth the price. So we're real. We'll share our opinions. I will say that one didn't. If I would have paid $80+ for that, I would have been a little let down personally.
Okay, I'm behind on chat. I see Rex Lugo saying I'm in her happy place. I really hope we're talking about Tagalong.
Oh, I think they were talking about when you drank this one. I don't know, but you made a good expression.
This one was not happy.
Okay, it was more of like.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's good. I haven't met a Booker's I don't like. It's just not great.
I just don't. To me, I would say I would be a little let down if I bought this. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But Tagalong, I would not be. All right. Well, while we're fresh off of that one, you want to move into the last one?
Yeah, let's do it.
So let me read a little bit. This one's called No Strangers Batch. So it's also a blue label. It's like a more of a darker blue. If you want, you don't have to hold it up close, but you just like
I'm gonna
flash the
try
label.
I picked the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a darker blue, not like the teal.
It is. It's a different blue. No. I have no glasses on. I'm really old, so
that's it though. Yeah, so this one is, there we go, it's focused. 2021-04.
Yeah.
No Strangers Batch. This one is 124.4 proof. So it's the lowest proof one we're drinking tonight. Although they're all within, a couple of proof points from each other. 6 years, 6 months, 12 days. So right in the middle of age-wise too. So I'm interested to see how that expresses itself. So this one is it's called No Strangers Batch. It celebrates the genuine social nature of his dad, Booker No, and the way he could turn a stranger into a friend for life in no time. This is literally so relevant to our conversation. I love it. This was not planned. So it says, take, for example, when dad took a liking to the product that was a salesman was selling, he would call out to mom and say, set an extra plate for dinner. I'm inviting the salesman to the table. So he's saying that he makes
I love that story.
And then it says, as you enjoy No Strangers Batch, I hope you'll think of Dad and his generous way of making everyone he met feel at home. Like we always say at the distillery, come as friends, leave as family. So just like the Whiskey Tube community here.
So I'm watching your chat and I'm just like, frick, I love you guys. Like we got
feel free to, if you see a question or something, feel free to interrupt me and like if someone's saying
love and that's awesome.
Well, so Regs asks, do the different colored labels mean anything special? So no, it's just the colors. That's how they differentiate the different
batches. They're trying to differentiate between the years and the times, and thank you for making a bulletin board, and you want to like do red, yellow, and blue, and
it's easy. Like when they're on the back shelf, like behind the liquors. I never like liquor stores where like all the good whiskey is behind them on the shelves, and you have to like walk up to the front desk and they're like staring at you and you're like, I just want to see what batch of bookers you have, like
we don't like here. You're like, hey, what's in the back?
Well, I don't mean like in the back. I mean just like on the wall.
Like, it's like we don't have that here. We're allocated. So you're like hoping you have a relationship and maybe they put something in the back.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've never got to that level with the store. The only time, what's funny? It's actually related to bookers. So it was when I had first moved to LA. There's a store here called K&L Wine and Spirits, which we were talking a little bit earlier. It's like the biggest liquor store just in there. They have a few different ones. There's one in Hollywood, which is close to me. And I went looking for a particular batch of bookers, believe it or not. I promise I'm not making this up. So I get there, I get to the store and I see they have bookers, but they have the batch that I already owned. And like, I told the guy like, oh, I saw online you guys said you had this batch, and he chatted and he's like, you're right, it does say we have that. And he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, and he's like, I got an Elmer T. Lee in the back if you want one. I'm like, not related, but sure. And he sold it to me for like $35. So I was like, oh my god. And I was like, that was my first like in the back story.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
So that's when I fell in love with K&L, and I still shop there. I spend way more than I should there.
So I'll tell you. So I love Idaho. I live here. I love it. I hate the winters. I hate the fact that we're allocated, but if we can find it, it's retail. But you have to find it. That's the hard part.
So, okay, before we sip this No Strangers batch, I have a question for you, Michelle.
Okay.
So, since your channel is called Women of Whiskeys, and since it's Women's History Month, if there was any woman living or past that you could have on the channel, who would it be? Celebrity, it could be anyone, literally anyone. Who would you have?
Oh, that's hard. Actually, I know the answer. I honestly just can't remember her name.
Okay.
I'm going to grab something.
Okay. I saw a couple people in the chat. Sorry, I missed some of the chats. Y'all have been very chatty. I saw Joseph Brazo come in. I saw Kathy come in earlier. Good to see you guys. Slap shots here. So many amazing people. Hopefully you guys are subscribed. If not, button down below. I hope to see you guys back future weeks. I'm going to still be live next Thursday. I mentioned earlier, I'm going on vacation. Literally got to be at LAX at like 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So it's going to be an early night for me tonight. I also still have to pack. didn't think this one through. But but I am planning to be back on next Wednesday, so I will be live next Thursday with the stream. I do have a podcast coming out. If you guys didn't know, I have a podcast now. Yay, we're at episode 21. So I have a new episode coming out in the morning. That is a very related podcast to the stream. I planned that. I'm reviewing Booker's 25th anniversary. I had a sample of that. So tomorrow's podcast, listen to that. It's so fun to revisit that sample. I did a stream on it in the past. Actually, Brandon, who's in the chat, was with me on that stream. So it's such a fun to revisit that one. Also coming out tomorrow, while we got some time, is my new review of Larceny A122. Patrons got access to it already. They saw it. So I think y'all will like that one. I think it was a fun whiskey and it was a fun review. So make sure to tune into that. I'll put that up sometime tomorrow. Probably like once I land in Mexico, because like I'm gonna be on my phone, so I'm not gonna be able to do it on the flight, but I will get that active for everyone when I'm landed. Welcome back, Michelle.
I totally left you hanging.
No, I filled in. I was like, I'm gonna plug all my crap right now.
I left you hanging. Okay, so I swear to God, I can't remember her name, but if we can focus on
I'm sure
that,
we have some smart people in the chat. They can help us out.
do you see
Repeal
that?
the 18th Amendment. Yes.
So there was an amazing group of women that went, you know what? We're going to form a group and we are going to fight against the prohibition of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I mean, back then your housewives, they went like shit could go wrong. And they came out of hiding and they went, we're going to do this shit. And I can't remember her name. Anyone in chat that knows her name.
I know like the group of women. I don't know anyone by name, but like I know
there was someone that led this. And okay. I mean, I have it written down in the house and I looked at her. But I did start my night with
story times in the house. So. Good to see you. Beautiful people. Well, hopefully you're talking about Michelle, not me.
Well, I mean, we're both beautiful. We could take it together. So
I mean, I'll take it. Well, while the chat thinks on that,
if you should check this out. They were an amazing group of people. I mean, these women, I mean, their men were like, stay home, cook the food, make the babies, and they risked their marriage. They risked being prosecuted. I mean, it's good shit.
So Sugar Kitty's saying Molly Pitcher. That name sounds familiar. I don't know.
Is that it?
Williard? I don't know. It was a group of women, like you said. So there may be multiple names that were.
Who's gonna Google who?
Women's I want to say women's temperance movement, but it's not that. That's the opposite, right?
I'm not. Yeah.
This is not it's Women's History Month, but like we're not the History Channel, so
I'm not gonna lie. I know very basic stuff because I'm intrigued. If I needed to, I would like research it, but I don't have to be like intrigued and satisfied.
Well, I totally get. Yeah, that would be a really interesting person to have on. That's because like as a woman, like standing up for something like that back then, that's like unheard of. Like, you don't do
I'm not gonna lie. I have reached out with my channel. I've reached out to be like, can I find someone who during this month would be willing to speak? I think I'm not the only one reaching out because no one does I mean,
I haven't reached out to anyone.
I had a girl being like
I did, I didn't even plan for like you to be on my first guest for Women's History Month, but I'm so happy. Unfortunately, I probably will not have any other guests specifically for that. Now, if I have a guest that's a woman, maybe, sure, but like I'm not going to reach out to people specifically for that. And I've thought about that before. I mean, I had a conversation with Adriana a while back ago, like because I kind of a year ago I wanted to do something for Black History Month. I was like, oh, I should have on like African American distillers and stuff. But I'm like, if I just do that during the month of that, I'm like. Am I honoring them in general? Like, am I just doing it because it's the trendy thing to do that month? So,
I mean, okay, Cohen, yes, I am. I was born in Idaho. But I will say this, it doesn't matter. Like, when I came on your channel, I had no clue it had anything to do with women history. And there are so many people that know this shit that why not? I mean, it's a month celebrating women. Like, I celebrate women in the sense that, can we celebrate men, women, those that, I mean, whatever, all of you, can we just all love whiskey? All of us.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I love about this community, just in general. Like all the new channel, like I welcome the diversity of anyone on the channel. Yeah, Stacey had the same confusion I did. So the temperance movement was against alcohol, so that's not the one I'm trying to support.
No.
I mixed up my facts, but interesting. So Pinch Hitter says it was founded by Pauline Sabin. So maybe to her, maybe her. Anyways, let's get on to this final Booker's, the 2021-04 No Strangers batch.
Oh.
It's the one we were drinking already. I just haven't drank it yet.
Just pour that?
Yeah, you just poured it. I'm sorry, I was talking.
I'm very confused. Yes.
Have you already drank it? I'll catch up if you did.
Yeah, I did take a sip.
Okay.
Riggs Lugo, as it should be. I'm just saying. I'm very rarely looking up. So I'm so sorry if I missed your shit. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow.
No worries. I mean, they're chatting amongst themselves. It's all good. If we missed your chat, I'm sorry. Hey, this is good. This is definitely sweet.
Yeah.
It's back in the sweet territory. It doesn't have that alcohol punch up front like two of these did.
No, you can feel it, but it's not overwhelming.
Again,
look at all these wife love. This is wife love in the chat. And yeah, Livewire, Mike, you did almost miss it.
Not yet. We're just having the last one. We're keeping it chill tonight. We run a little over time. It's cool. Ooh, I like that. Brandon said, "Don't you have a bottle of this?" No, Brandon. The only one I had was the Donohoes. That was the only one I bought this year, I believe.
So Clifton won a flight. And so when I sent it to him, he said, "We come on the channel." I'm like, "No, I'm never going on your." No,
that's exactly what she said. Yes. Wow, this was a fantastic flight. I mean, I'm happy that I won it. I was so excited when I won it. So,
me too.
I will. Okay, I think I already have my order, and I don't even have to think about it. I'm gonna taste the first one again just to make sure.
Thoughts on your last one?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in oh crap, we're overtime mode. That's what. Okay, let me take it.
Okay,
take it to a pill. Okay.
What's your thoughts?
Sweet, but less of the fruit sweetness and more of maybe honey sweetness. Usually that's a good thing for me. To me, it's a little.
There's a lot of honey. There's a lot of honey there. Not like your normal honey bourbon. There's a lot of honey.
Honestly, this tastes the least like a Booker's than any of these. But I'm kind of okay with that.
That and the first one we did.
So, it's a little... Okay, let me try the first one again. Okay. So my thoughts, my initial impression, I'm not going to tell you if this is my final order or not. My initial impression was the Tagalong batch was freaking incredible. This one is a second. And then third is Bardstown batch, and fourth is Donohoe's. But I'm going to taste them again just to make sure. What is your thought on your first order? What you would just on instinct? What would your order be?
Me?
Yes.
I would go. Okay.
I'm going back to Donohoe's though. It's better. It got better.
Do it first before I say.
If you still have yours poured, go back to the Donohoe's. I think it got better.
Wait, what number is that?
That was the first one, the very first one we drank.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll go back to it.
I think it's improved a bit, and I saw Brandon said in the chat earlier, Booker's typically does open up.
Oh, actually,
right? It got better somehow.
It went better, but
it's still not great. It's still not the best. It's not the best. So now I want to go back to my other one that I was debating about. I'm going back to the third one. So Regs is saying, is there specific Bookers we should go after? Well, I'll let you know in just a second because I'm going to rank these and I'll let you know.
Yeah, Country Ham.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you see any the 2017,
Country Ham all day.
Bookers, yeah. If you see anything pre-2020, they're going to be probably better than these. Let's be real.
If you can find a Country Ham, please buy it. If not, give it to me. I'll buy it.
So Whiskey Mountains is kind of echoing what Brandon was saying. He said, she said, for me, the key of the most recent Bookers is to pour them and not touch them for a while. Let the ethanol evaporate a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say these two improved. The two that I put least have improved for sure.
Okay, so Clifton, I have to say I moved C and D, and I'm afraid I mixed them up. So tell me C and D.
So okay. So 03 was Bardstown batch, and 04 was No Strangers batch.
3 and D or C and D?
So we did them in order. So we did A was 1, B was 2, 3 was C, and D was 4.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
sorry, it was confusing. So
No, I mean, it's my fault. I misplaced it.
So it's really, I mean, these guys are right. Booker's does open up, and I'm honestly,
Yeah, you gotta let these hang out.
these have been poured for an hour, and I think they all have improved. Probably equally. Like I will say, the ones that were good are now like even better. So,
So what's your rank?
Stacy said it's like Waterford. It needs a good 20 minutes to open up. Yeah, this has been a good hour. Bourbon Rich is in the house. Let's go. Just in time for our ranking. So, okay.
Just in
My
time
order
to see it end.
from favorite to least favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely changed. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite is still Tagalong. 2021-02, delicious. It's thick mouthfeel. It's balanced. It's got everything going for it. What was your number one?
Okay, so
I know I'm going backwards. Normally we say last place.
So wait, okay. Number one, bad or good?
Your favorite. I know I went backwards. I'm sorry.
So I'm not looking at bottles because I've drank them all. So you're gonna tell me what they are.
Okay.
My number one was I'm between these two, so I have to taste them.
Mm-hmm. My opinion definitely changed going back and forth.
D.
So your favorite was D. So that was the 2021-04, which was the No Strangers batch.
Wow, that's weird.
It's funny. I think that was my last place.
No way.
To me, it felt sharp up front and then thin.
It
Similar
was sharp.
to how the
I'm
first one was
sharp, but I like the finish. It
Okay.
went like out.
But we talked a little bit before. I gravitate towards the sweeter ones. You do, but you I think you prefer the spiciness. I think.
I thought for sure my first place would be Tagalong. I mean, Tagalong's the shit. I thought for sure.
Well, that's interesting. That's what. Hey, they open up. Good to know moving forward, right? Like, don't just because I know I'm the type. If I pour something, I'm not gonna let it sit. I'm just gonna go for it, right? So maybe Booker's needs the time.
In full, I moved them because I wanted to.
It's okay. I make sure not to move my glasses because I have so many streams completely misplace my order and
tell me what I'm drinking, and I'm like,
yeah. I've been there. So okay, for anyone that's curious, my order, I think Tagalong is best. I think my second favorite, believe it or not, the Donohoe's opened up. And I'm really enjoying the first one, the 2020-01.
I'm gonna try these Donohoe's. All right, ready?
Yeah, go for it. So to me, that one opened up and really improved with time.
Well, we talked about it.
We thought it was really sharp and thin at first. That was the first one we tried.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it's thin. I think.
Okay. No. I said it got better. I thought Donohoe's got better. Okay. Oh, you mean the one your favorite? Yeah. Your favorite one? So for me, it was Tagalong, then Donohoe's, then Bardstown batch, and then in last, again, not bad. My last place was No Strangers batch. I love the story behind it.
Oh yeah,
it felt a little dry and not sweet. I like sweet. But they were all solid. I think if I were to, someone asked earlier, which one would you recommend buying if we saw all these in the store? I would say, honestly, if you have a choice, go with Tagalong if you're me. But if you're Michelle, she preferred the No Strangers batch. So
actually, no. God, I wish I had my glasses.
No, we're confusing people because Brandon said
the Bardstown is amazing.
Add the numbers too. So that Bardstown was my third place. So again, this is all based on what I literally just ate a spicy chicken sandwich right before this. So it all depends on what you ate before. I think they all have redeeming qualities. I don't think any of these have something that's just like worst bookers ever. Now, you said earlier you don't think that any of these are your favorite bookers ever.
They're not.
So,
I'm like, what do I like best?
Yeah. So Mike says for him that the Tagalong was the best for him.
Yeah,
I think
agreed.
for me on these first impressions it was, but it's interesting to see that yours has changed a little bit.
I actually love Tagalong. I'm going to blame it all on the wine glass I had before, because Tagalong is far superior to all of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey,
Apparently not.
No, Tagalong's my favorite. So
It's
we're
so
good.
good.
So I think if I were to recommend one, I would say
only one that goes out next to country ham.
Okay, yeah, I agree. It's very good. So people were curious about numbers. Tagalong is 2021-02, which was our favorite. Bardstown batch was 2021-03. No Strangers was 2021-04. And then Donohoe was 2021-01. I'll put people watching the replay. I'll put tags down below of which one we're drinking as we're going through them to hopefully help explain that. But this was fun. Thank you so much, Michelle. I know we're a little over time, but this was. You're welcome on my channel anytime. I love having you on. So now, I guess a question for you guys, and now this is for everyone in the chat now, but if y'all will do me a favor, when we wrap up this stream, as soon as we finish and we go off air, if you will refresh the page and comment down below your favorite batch of boogers ever, I really want to read them. I promise I'll read them in the morning. It really does help the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys want to, after the stream is over, go just refresh the page and comment your favorite batch of bookers. For me this year, it's Tagalong, but overall, I still think Kathleen's batch is my favorite. And yeah, so Michelle, anything you guys have fun coming up soon?
Actually me, Matt Madness.
Oh yeah. Wait, when are you competing?
April.
Okay, you're Butch. I was like, I looked at the recent list. I'm like, I didn't see your name yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a while.
April.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll go head to head. Maybe we'll have to see.
So I see we're all commenting about slurring, and you know,
you've just had a fun. You've had an interesting night.
I had a good night.
I got a little bit of the backstory before, but hey, I'm glad you got to end it with me, and I'm so glad
about the backstory.
Yeah. So, but Michelle's had a hard day, guys, and I wanted to make it a bit better with this stream. So
I didn't want to let him down and cancel.
No, you
got the clients that want you to hang out, and
yeah, I'm sorry you had a rough day, but hopefully
I would never let you down.
I wouldn't let you down either, Michelle.
Ever.
So y'all go check out Women of Whiskeys, and then I will see you guys back here next Thursday for a stream after my vacation. I still have to pack. Oh gosh, it's gonna be a night. Michelle, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
This was fun. Thank you. It was good.
Awesome. Well, everyone else, check out the podcast tomorrow. Check out the new review coming tomorrow. And other than that, like, I'm sorry if I'm going to be distant for the next few days because, again, on vacation, not going to check in too often. But if y'all are on Discord, I might pop in there for a quick hangout every now and then. All right. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, and see you soon, Michelle.
Good night.
Night.